First up, Calvin Abueva is the best defensive player in the 2021 PBA Philippine Cup, and that's just my take.
Okay.
You know, he's averaging almost a block per game, almost 2 steals a game, and also 9 rebounds, and add 7 defensive rebounds to that. So, you know, he's one of the reasons why, you know, San Miguel is the number 3 team, and why they are a very solid team. Talking about Magnolia, rather.
Best defensive player, Carlo.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Carlo.
Is Calvin Abueva better playing defense in his position than Chris Ross? That's my only question.
Well, I would say in terms of, you know, guarding the best players on the floor, probably Chris Ross is. But,
Okay.
But
Got you.
But in terms of, you know, being a defensive presence, just being on the floor defensively, being in the center, just helping out on the drive, switching up on either guards or big men, I think Calvin Abueva, you know, has a greater impact, especially now that he's with a new team and he's still providing the same numbers for this Magnolia.
So are you saying if there was an official Defensive Player of the Year award dito for this particular conference, yung mananalo din si Calvin over a guy like Chris Ross?
Yes, I would say so. 'Cause right now for me, is he's having a lot of defensive rebounds, almost a block per game, and almost two steals per game. So I think that's big, especially for a guy not even the center or the guard. And, you know, he's the center of the defense of this Magnolia team.
All right,
I was actually picking between him and Jamie Malonzo. Jamie Malonzo averaging like 2 blocks per game and also a steal per game. And double-digit rebounds.
So Carlo, off to a bad start, good start.
I think I proved my point well there.
All right, our second point for this one.
All right, for the second one, Junmar Fajardo will have monster games for San Miguel versus TNT, especially that, you know, Kelly Williams is, you know, questionable in this series against TNT.
All right, so explain that a bit, especially with Junmar. This series is ongoing right now.
Well, San Miguel has been going to Junmar. You know, his offense has been starting from him. He's attracting a lot of, you know, defenses, whether that's a double or sometimes TNT would go on a zone and he would kick it out. So Junmar wouldn't, you know, score a lot, especially here in the past 2 games. But I feel like the absence of Kelly Williams will provide the opportunity for Junmar to have monster games this series.
You said that Junmar won't score a lot. He scored 22 points today.
Yeah, in the first game, not that much.
Yeah, the thing about that is the number of superstar level talents in the San Miguel Beermen was supposed to alleviate some of the pressure na kay Junmar. But what we saw in the first half of the ball game, at least in game 2 against TNT, was it was almost exclusively Junmar Fajardo in offense for the San Miguel Beermen in the first half. So, although I agree with Diego that he will be an important member of the San Miguel Beermen, I think that the people around him will have to do a little bit more. Because if you watch the game, it was Terence Romeo who actually lifted the offense for SMB.
Yeah, especially in that second half.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, that Junmar, we can't really disagree with it kasi grabe, magaling talaga si Junmar. What can you, and you're probably gonna expect
And no one's gonna guard him
Oo.
one-on-one when you're talking about the TNT.
Yeah, absolutely. So in other words, it's such a safe
Oo,
one.
eh, oo,
Parang
eh.
ayoko yan
So much
eh.
more risk,
Oo.
Diego.
All right,
So much
here,
more
I think this one you like more.
Okay, let's go.
Mikey Williams will break out and lead TNT to the finals.
Ah!
All right.
Okay.
So Mikey hasn't been scoring a lot for TNT, but I feel like it's coming. I feel like he's going to be adjusting to the defense of Chris Ross. You know, Chris Ross has been doing well against Mikey, but I feel like the talent of Mikey is too high for him not to break out in this series.
Carlo.
2 games, 2 subpar scoring performances for Mikey Williams. Decent number of rebounds,
And assists.
decent number of assists. But
Yeah.
what about boxing out? Is this something important to you? Diego?
Well, I'm sure Coach Chot will be studying the film, especially in the last 5 seconds of that game. I'm not sure who he'll be pointing fingers on, but I feel like Mikey Williams could have gotten that rebound and get that, you know, maybe an overtime opportunity for this talking text.
All right, so just on that note, I just want to update everyone who's tuning in. So San Miguel Beermen beat the TNT Tropang Giga to tie the series up 1 game apiece, 98-96 after Marshall Astor winner off a missed box out of Mikey Williams. At least at that point. Again, defensive assignments could have been different. Coach Shot will go through that. All right, next point.
Well, for my final point, Paul Lee will score 25 plus points in at least 2 games and will lead Magnolia to the finals. So I have TNT and Magnolia in the finals. I had to make my hottest take, and these are my hottest takes for this one.
Paulie with 25
I don't
plus.
think that the 25-point margin is
A hot take.
a hot take.
Yeah, right?
But I'm liking the TNT versus. Let's focus on,
Yeah.
on TNT.
Yeah.
Why, Diego, don't you think that SMB deserves to be in the finals?
Well, I think, TNT has been playing great defense, especially without Kelly, guarding Junmar. I mean, for me, if, no one's guarding Junmar down low, I feel like San Miguel should be winning, by 8, by 10.
Yeah.
But, Coach Chot has been providing great defensive schemes against this super stacked San Miguel team.
Well, just to add context to that, in Game 1, the Beermen were only allowed 68 points through 3 quarters, which is the lowest count throughout the entire conference. So again, this TNT team is getting work done defensively. But still, is that enough of an argument from Diego with regards to all of this?
I don't know. I just know that he'll be getting a lot of hate tweets from the SMB fans after this.
Let's see.
Especially after they won the game earlier against TNT.
Well, no. And I provided my hottest takes around the afternoon. Still no final result yet. But I'm still going for my TNT here in the finals.
All right.